would love to see better activities for the kids to do after school hours so they can stay out of trouble. The community needs to be involved with the school kids and give them inspirational talks to lead them down the right path so they can better their education and be successful in life.
I would like to see more of the town and the people coming together. Maybe they could come together and go around town and ask or see if people need any kind of help or change. That would make a better bond between the people and the community.
I would like to see a recreational hall for the kids to go and be active in, instead of staying home and watching television. I really do believe that if we had a recreational hall, that more and more children would be and remain active.
To see the park in its best shape. This would really give the kids a place to have fun and be safe, to keep them out of trouble. And giving them this would make a really big difference in their life.
Writing down what our interests are.
We're just gonna write down.
What?
So we split this in half, and you do it while I'm doing it.
You just write it. You just write yours, and then I see mine. And if it's something else I like, then I circle it with mine. But it can be at school, outside of school, with people, alone.
Splitting the basketball court in half and having volleyball on one side and basketball the other, and then maybe putting tennis, or not tennis, air hockey and ping pong on this.
Several different talks about things, and when we told them about what we wanted at the youth center, they all liked it.
Okay, describe your family.
It was one boy and 5 girls. It's here in Waelder. I know they was here in 36 because I was born here in 36. So I was born in Waelder. They was here before then.
That's just kind of what we've been doing the past couple weeks. We've had like 3 or 4 meetings, and just each time trying to accomplish something towards our goal. And so this is just like Mr. Cantu said, the part that we're pretty much missing is the history. So that's kind of what this whole thing is about, and hopefully we can get, because the students and everybody, we didn't experience that as in our lives, or what it's like. We know the history about it, but we don't know the personal stories and the experiences y'all had going through the Ralph Bunch School, going through that gym.
Well, I'm Eugene Wilson, and My family came from my grandmother on my father's side. Her father was a slave in Mississippi. And they driven from Mississippi here on foot to Waelder here, Gonzales County.
To my superintendent and say, hey, I need about $3,000 to take a student, a parent, a teacher, and an administrator with me to Seattle to this gathering where there's different communities around from the United States, talking about what they do to engage youth, to engage. Really, it's just a collective leadership model, so not focusing on the individual, but as a group as a whole.
I've learned how to communicate more with people. When we were talking about our story, I knew what to say.
You got talking about everybody's background and their story pretty much, you kind of figured out how y'all were all connected and related, so I thought that was pretty neat.
I just thought the conference was like a whole different experience, like new environment, something we're not used to.
Yeah, I think it would be good if we could take all of our kids to CLEs. I think the sharing of ideas, you know, learning in a level where you just kind of engage to learn is a great place for kids. They're not having to, you know, do a worksheet or whatever. Having CLEs for a few days at school is a great idea. Give our kids a chance to really see what a CLE is about, what Gracious Space is about. You know, I think that opens the door for all kinds of not having to have, you know, so many questions and so many, you know, so many things that we struggle with. I think that would the first few periods of this class look like letting the kids decide. You know, this is when we need to have this done, and this is when we want to have this done. Because I mean, it's at the end of the day, it's up to them.
And I also learned that we need to tell people more about Waelder.